Well, it's a show of strength for the DMK's expelled party leader and brother of the party chief, M.K. Alagiri, who is all set to hold a massive rally in Chennai today. These are the live visuals that we are getting in from, in fact, Chennai. The Madurai strongman has invited his party supporters to pay homage to Karunanidhi. He arrived in Chennai on Tuesday. Alagiri said that he will prove his strength during the rally with over 1 lakh supporters attending it. This is, remember, after he made repeated attempts, made jibes at M.K. Stalin, also said that he would want to come back to the party fold. M.K. Alagiri, this is the beginning of his rally in Chennai. In fact, it will be going towards the Anna Memorial, where Karunanidhi's Samadhi as well will also be constructed, and he is going to pay homage to his father. He wants to show his strength to the party cadre and to his brother M.K. Stalin, giving out a message: re-induct me in the party or there will be heavy damage that he can cause. But the big question still remains to be seen. Those sources, in fact, are telling us that the DMK chief, the new DMK chief, is in absolutely no mood to re-induct his brother. Going across to my colleague Gopi Krishnan Unithan, who is joining me from the point where the rally is starting, where in fact M.K. Alagiri right now is at. Gopi, over to you. A lot of people have gathered there way close to the number that he was in fact predicting, and has he said anything to the people there?
Well, Ankit, Alagiri has just arrived here, and as I could see here, immediately after he arrived, there was a huge cheer from the people, and the people who have actually gathered behind this particular rally started coming up to the front to greet Alagiri and to welcome him, and that actually created a lot of chaos initially. And now you can see in this visual, Alagiri has started his rally towards the Anna Memorial, and he is traveling in a mini truck. He is addressing the people all across the way during his journey, and people have come down here in thousands of numbers, I must say, Ankit, because I came here at around 9:30 in the morning, and even in that time I could actually see close to 1,000 people, and those numbers only kept on increasing. By every other minute there were thousands of people who were coming down in support of Alagiri, and these people were coming down in large numbers, in large groups, raising slogans in support of Alagiri and Karunanidhi. And there is this one distinct mention that all these people are making, because all they want is to re-induct Alagiri into the party, and the reason that they are citing is for strengthening the party, because Stalin has just now recently took charge as the DMK chief, and he will obviously be looking forward to strengthening the party work across the state. And these people who have come down in support of Alagiri believe that without the support of Alagiri, it's going to be a difficult task for DMK to gain considerable foothold in the southern part of Tamil Nadu, because Alagiri is known for his immaculate impact and his support, his fan following in the southern parts of Tamil Nadu. And I must also say, from the central Tamil Nadu, from Madurai and down south, he has a huge impact among the party cadres and the common workers. So that is what the people are feeling. These people are actually demanding that DMK must re-induct Alagiri into the party, so that the party will be further strengthened and they can fight the next election with the formidable force of Stalin and Alagiri together.
Have you been able to pick up what exactly he is saying to his supporters, all dressed in black shirt, including himself? What is he in fact telling his supporters?
Well, Ankit, we tried to speak to some of these people, and many people have actually come from various parts of Tamil Nadu. These are not just people in Chennai, but I could actually see many people who actually came from Madurai, other parts of Tamil Nadu like Tirunelveli, Tuticorin, and DMK supporters from various parts of Tamil Nadu have gathered here in Chennai for this massive show of strength. And the reason why it must be called a show of strength is because everybody knows the kind of impact Alagiri has in southern Tamil Nadu and Madurai. But now for today, Alagiri has decided to come down all the way to Chennai, very close to the actual DMK headquarters, and he will be carrying out this rally from Triplicane, a very busy street in Chennai, towards the Marina beach. So this is actually a show of strength, and they're sending out a very clear message to the DMK party leaders, including Stalin, because you must see the kind of impact that I have in the people, and you must also listen to the words of these people, because these people want me back in the party. And it's also interesting to note that none of them really wanted, none of them were really not in a mood to support Stalin, because all these people are ready to accept Stalin's leadership. Only thing is that they want Alagiri to work along with Stalin inside the party. They want Alagiri's presence inside the party is what these people are telling.
All right, stay on with me. In fact, Gopi, while these visuals are coming in from the point where this rally is to start, let's also very quickly go across to Lokpriya Vasudevan, where she is at the Anna Memorial, where the rally is going to culminate. Lokpriya, as this huge supporters, Alagiri, along with his massive supporters, I can also see his son standing next to him, as they come towards, in fact, the Anna Memorial. What's the mood in Chennai?
Well, there is a mood of curiosity to see the number of people who have turned up for Alagiri's rally, because the feud between Alagiri and Stalin is something that is very well known and well documented here in Tamil Nadu. So there is a lot of curiosity to see the strength Alagiri garners from this rally, because he was expelled from the party in 2014. Let us give you a sneak peek of what is it like here on the ground at the Anna Memorial. This is the place where the rally will culminate, and the media has been cordoned off to one entrance, and they are not allowed to go near the place where Alagiri will be paying respects to Karunanidhi. So that is where Alagiri will be paying his respects to Karunanidhi, and then later he is scheduled to address a press conference in the place that we are standing. Cadres have started to trickle in, and most of these are supporters from the southern districts of Tamil Nadu, a place Alagiri is known to have considerable strength, known to be is a fiefdom of sorts. Alagiri is undertaking that rally in Chennai, here at the capital of Tamil Nadu, in a way to send a strong message to his brother that he still does command the support of the cadres, and the DMK needs to re-induct him back. Remember, this is Alagiri's last-ditch attempt to get back into the DMK. If he does not seize this opportunity, then he will well fade into political oblivion. For Alagiri, it is important that he be in the DMK, because otherwise he is only going to be left out of the scheme of things. He will become largely politically inactive. If he is not going to be re-inducted into the party even after this rally, then the options before Alagiri are very limited, because there is very slim chance of an electoral success if he is going to launch his own political party. But political observers point out how Alagiri had sabotaged the winning chances of the DMK in 2000 elections when he was expelled from the party for the very first time. He had sabotaged the election winning chances in about 3 to 4 constituency. He might repeat that this time around, and that will prove very tricky for the DMK, because the DMK already has very strong opponents. The last thing that they should be bothered is trouble from Alagiri itself. So ever since till DMK inducts him back into the party, Alagiri will always prove to be that irritant for the DMK, trying to create trouble for the party. But the DMK is very firm, because they want to reinvent the party under Stalin. They don't want the tag of Alagiri and the thuggishness that comes with him. Because
let me also bring in Danya Rajendran, a senior journalist, from south of India. In fact, editor-in-chief of News Minute. Danya, how do you see this, what is happening on the streets of Chennai as of now? Is Alagiri going to be a factor going forward for Stalin, because he has been able to get some considerable support, at least as of now?
Well, I believe that even if Alagiri is able to manage, even if Alagiri manages to get support, that would be only restricted to Madurai and perhaps districts nearby. Other than southern Tamil Nadu, I really doubt that he would be able to influence the DMK cadre elsewhere. But yes, I think he will sound the bugle for any sort of rebellion or unhappiness within the party. So now the Stalin cadre seems unconcerned by what is happening. That's what they are saying. But the leadership close to MK Stalin says that they are not very perturbed by what Alagiri seems to be doing. But if more leaders who matter in the DMK actually go towards Alagiri or start voicing their opinion that he should be taken back into the party, then that could mean trouble for MK Stalin.
You know, Dhanesh, in the morning, in fact, it was Stalin who, in the party DMK, removed one leader who, in fact, had gone ahead and received Alagiri at the airport. A very clear message was being sent in no uncertain terms, at least as of now, that there is no place for him in Stalin's DMK.
That's definitely the case. In fact, over the last few weeks, we have been asking people close to Stalin whether he would reconsider taking Alagiri back. And all of them said no, definitely not, because Stalin apparently believes that taking Alagiri back is trouble, and that trouble is much more than any advantage which the DMK has by actually bringing him back into the party. So the message by sacking that secretary in the morning is definitely that Alagiri is not welcome into the party, and anyone who wishes for him to come to the party, they too are unwelcome. So like I said, if more and more DMK leaders, especially people at the organizational level, district secretaries, start going towards Alagiri, then that would mean trouble for MK Stalin. As of now, it does not seem so. But let's see if Alagiri is able to get a floating discontent population in the DMK towards him.
You know, okay, let me very quickly go back to my colleague Lokpriya, who is in fact on the ground. Lokpriya, have you been able to pick up, in fact, what all these number of people, those who have come in, are they only coming from Alagiri's stronghold, or there are these party functionaries from across Tamil Nadu, those who have come in to show support for Alagiri?
Well, Ankit, it is very hard to tell at this point in time whether this kind of crowd that has come in is orchestrated or not, but a glance at the crowd can very well reveal that these are supporters of Alagiri. They are not any kind of office bearers in the DMK, because remember, the DMK has very strictly warned the cadres that if they were to support Alagiri in any form, then they will also be expelled from the party. So these are people that are largely from the southern districts, that are largely from Madurai, known to be Alagiri's home turf. These are not people of prominent positions within the DMK. Just like how Danya was pointing out, we will really have to see what is going to be Alagiri's next step from here on, because as far as Stalin is able to win elections for the DMK, then he will not face any trouble from Alagiri. It is only when the DMK loses an election, then there will be murmurs within the party, then there will be a section which will feel that Alagiri can bring success to the party. So that is when the trouble starts for Stalin. So till such time the party is behind Stalin, it is an electoral victory that Stalin can use to silence the critics of the party from within and outside, and especially counter Alagiri factor.
Danya, if I can come to you, if you're still with us, does this mean if Stalin doesn't open the doors for Alagiri at this point of time, would it mean an end to Alagiri's political career, and with him also his sons? All right, we seem to have lost that line with Danya Rajendran. Let me go back with this question to my colleague, Lokpriya Vasudevan, who is joining us for more on this story. Lokpriya, how do you see the political future playing out for Alagiri from here on? If, despite the enormous support, or the support that he's getting today, if he's not able to convince, if he's not able to get, in fact, Stalin to reinduct him in the party, does it mean curtains on his political career, or he still would have some place in Tamil Nadu?
Well, at the moment, Ankit, Alagiri is not a political force, because he has largely been inactive ever since he was expelled in 2014. Alagiri is really trying out all his options to come back into active politics, to see a prominent place for him in active politics, and that can happen only within the DMK, because if Alagiri is going to float his own party, we do not know what are going to be his chances of an electoral victory, because there are already several new players. How much can Alagiri really dent that remains to be seen. So Alagiri will be hoping that there is some kind of reconciliation with the DMK and the party takes him back. If that is not going to happen, then definitely Alagiri has to seriously think about what is going to be next course of action. When we spoke to his son Dayanidhi Alagiri, he very categorically said that he is not interested in politics at the moment, but we really cannot rule out anything here, because anything can happen in politics, and we will have to keep a very close watch.
Lokpriya, it does get credence by the fact that despite whatever he's saying, if you see the truck on which he's traveling, he has his son and other family members just, standing right next to him. Is it a fight for Alagiri to get a space for his son as far as the DMK family and politics is concerned?
Ankit, it is an opportunity for Alagiri to tell the DMK that he is also the heir of Karunanidhi. He also has the right to be in the party and also be within the realms of the party that takes important decisions, because it will be very difficult for Alagiri's political career if the DMK is not going to re-induct him back. So that is the reason why we are seeing this show of strength. So you can see this is the supporters from Madurai, and these are supporters from Alagiri's hometown itself, the place where Alagiri is very strong. So most of these supporters are from Madurai. Alagiri in that sense is not a pan Tamil Nadu leader. His influence is restricted
just stay on with me. Just stay on with me. Let's cut across to Gopi, our colleague who is joining us, who is in fact traveling with this rally. Quickly, Gopi, let's just put these visuals full frame to give you a sense of the kind of, in fact, support that Alagiri is, in fact, getting in this rally. He is, in fact, traveling on this open truck, and you can see his supporters, his son also along with him. Gopi, you're traveling with MK Alagiri's convoy, to say the least, the rally, the silent march that was supposed to be. How many people are there? Is it enough to put some kind of a pressure on Stalin to get him back into the party fold?
Well, Ankit, as far as the numbers are concerned, it's actually difficult to figure out a particular number of figure, but I must actually say there are anyway more than 4,000 people who have gathered here, because the initial estimate was that there would be at least some 5,000 people who might come for this rally, but as every single minute progresses, as the journey has now begun, it's only increasing, because the latest toll that I could actually figure out was over 4,000, because that was by analyzing the whole length of this gathering, because this particular mass has actually now extended to almost half a kilometer. Now the first end of the rally have reached the Chepauk Stadium, the first gate of Chepauk Stadium, but still there are thousands of people who are marching behind Alagiri's vehicle, which would actually extend back up to at least half a kilometer or even more than that. Now that actually gives us a figure of an enormous rally, because these are people who have come from various parts of Tamil Nadu, not just from Chennai, but there are people who have come from Madurai, Tuticorin, Tirunelveli, and even other parts of Kanyakumari is what these people are telling, and all of them have come down here.
You've been speaking to these people. Are they fundamentally opposed to MK Stalin, or they are ready to get, ready to accept the leadership of Stalin, given that he reinducts his brother back into the party? Gopi, can you hear me? What I wanted to understand from you is, from the supporters, those who are walking with Alagiri, are these people fundamentally opposed to MK Stalin, the new chief, or they are okay with his leadership, provided he takes his brother back into the party fold?
Exactly, Ankit, you have now struck the right chord, because that is exactly what these people are also telling us. They don't have any issues with Stalin's leadership or the actual leadership structure of DMK. All they want is Alagiri to be re-inducted in the party. And there is a reason that they are citing for this demand, because DMK has now stepped into a new era under the leadership of Stalin. And obviously they have a long way to catch up behind DMK, because we have seen what happened during the last election, where the DMK had to face an embarrassing embarrassing defeat. And for reinventing the party, all these people actually feel that there must be a coordinated effort by Stalin and Alagiri, that these people are not at all opposing the DMK leadership or even Stalin personally, but all they want is Alagiri to be re-inducted in the party so that his influence in southern Tamil Nadu, mostly in Madurai and districts beyond, further down south, will come in handy in the next election. And that is exactly what Alagiri is also demanding. He doesn't have any issues with the current leadership of the party. He has also said openly, he has openly given the statement that he is ready to accept Stalin's leadership. His only demand is that he must also be re-inducted in the party. And that is what all these people are telling, because I have been speaking to many people here. None of them have actually said that they are not willing to accept the leadership of Stalin or even the actual leadership of the DMK. They're okay with it, but they want Alagiri to be inducted in the party at the very earliest.
Gopi, very quickly, how much time will it take for him to reach Anna Memorial?
Ankit, we have actually started the journey some 30 to 40 minutes ago, and approximately it's now some 400 to 600 meters away from Anna Memorial. The journey is progressing. It's quite slow. We can understand when there is a mass gathering with thousands joining the convoy, it will take a little bit of time, but now we have actually crossed the Chepauk main gate.
Yes.
And we are actually progressing further towards the Marina Beach Road, because once we reach the Marina Beach Road, it's just 100 to 200 meters from the Marina Beach Road, and the journey is still on the way. It's another 400 to 600 meters, and this should obviously be covered within 60 minutes is what we can estimate, Ankit.
Who all are there with Alagiri on that truck that we see he is traveling on? Family members, are there some known faces from the DMK who in fact are traveling with him?
Well, Ankit, we couldn't see any of the official members of the DMK taking part or extending their support openly, because DMK have openly made it clear that they will not be tolerating anybody who will be extending their support to Alagiri, because Alagiri is no longer an official factionary of the DMK, and that is precisely the reason the DMK party will not be accepting any kind of support that's being offered to Alagiri. And that's what we saw in the morning as well, because when one of the party leaders in Chennai who actually went to the airport to receive Alagiri, he had to face a strict action from the party. So we couldn't see any of the official DMK party workers, but still there are family members of Alagiri. We could actually see his son and other people who have gathered with him, and all of them are part of this particular rally, and they also hope to make it to Anna Memorial in the next 10 minutes. And obviously they want to send a very clear message. Now I must also say, because now the rally has actually gone into the 40 minutes or even it's getting closer to 1 hour, and seeing the kind of turnout for this party, I can actually say, Ankit, that this will certainly be a huge message to the DMK leadership, including Stalin, because even the DMK or even Alagiri would not have expected such a huge turnout, because these are people who have come out in large numbers. There are thousands of people who have come in here, and this is only increasing. We are getting to know that many people have started going towards Anna Memorial so that they can just catch a glimpse of their leader there. So this popularity or this footfall is only increasing, which should actually be a cause of worry for the DMK leadership.
Okay, thank you so much, Gopi, for joining us with all those details. In fact, this is going to be our top focus after the break as well. We will go back to this massive rally which is culminating at the Anna Memorial in just a short while from now.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.